Oh, greetings and salutations, fellow car enthusiasts. Elton McFall here. I figure it's about time I make a video of this car. I've been seeing it for like the past I don't know, 2-3 years here in the Park sector of Montreal. Because, well, it's probably 30 years old. Or it's an 87 or 88. Matter of fact, I think it is an 89 because if I'm not mistaken, the Hatchback Coupe came out that year in 89, I think. Matter of fact, I think they only made this Accord hatchback of this year, like 1 year. Oh, come on, are you kidding me or what? Scram. Isn't it ironic that the Civic that just passed looks almost the same shape, as not shape, but size as this Accord here? And that today, the Civic, which my mom has, or whatever, 2017, 18, I don't know what year it is. It's like the same size as the Accord. They made the Civic bigger. And it's also funny to film this now because just last week I was in Montreal East and I saw an late 80s of this elk on the Accord. But it was kind of rare because it was an SEI. Yeah, man. You know, it's funny because when these cars were plentiful, like, you know, a lot of Japanese cars and some Americans, and you had those black bumpers, they weren't very attractive, you know, but now these cars are antiques, so whatever they may be, wherever they are surviving, it's kind of a big deal, you know. And what's also funny is that this is a local car. We can't have too much mileage on it because, look, it still has the Garage Civic sticker on it. And that was actually near my, where I used to live in the 80s. In Roxborough, which is next to Pierrefonds, and it's pretty neat. It's neat to see. It's a nice little, survivor of the past. You know. Oh, did I say rust repair? Look at that, blue outside, blue interior. God forbid there should be color interiors in cars of today, but no, it's too much to ask for. All the fucking interiors of every car practically on this block alone are probably all black. And all these cars were made, except for this Buick. And it's symbolic, you know, it's symbolic of a car at the time when, you know, all the Honda Accords had the concealed headlights, just like on a Honda Prelude, and the styling took from the Honda Prelude. And these 86 to 89 cars, the 86s were not as good mechanically. My uncle had a four-door also like this, an LX with the black bumpers. Beautiful car. Fuck, it was beautiful. It was clean. It was maroon. I remember he bought it in the 90s. But mechanically, they weren't as reliable. The engines would just fucking blow. I know. I had a friend who had an 86 Prelude special edition, and the engines just poof, just blew on the carry. So it's just a neat car to see, and this is still around. You know, it's now. I don't want to say collector's item because I think the term collector's item really applies more to cars that are, you know, of a certain vintage. And even though the car is 30 years old or maybe a year or two older, I think it's 30 years old though. Collector car, if it was mint, which it is not, but still, for me, people like me, Generation X guys like me, for example, it is a symbolic to a different time, you know, where cars were all different colors, that had a lot of concealed headlights, that had colorful interiors, that they didn't have all these big taillights like they all had to, or the big fucking A-pillars here. A-pillar is the posts here, they were so fucking thick. You know, all the little things. It's all the little things in life that add up to the big things. Now I'm going to see if I can stick around this fire station maybe and see if I can get to one of them fire trucks responding. So that's it, guys. I hope you liked it, and if not, well, too bad. Bye-bye.